reason why the Epstein list is probably never gonna come out is because it wouldn't just take down a couple bad apples. It would prove that there are no sides. There's never been red versus blue. It's always been us versus them. People love to think that America escaped this whole royal family thing, but that's just because our dynasties wear suits and not crowns. Yeah, the truth is, America's had ruling families for hundreds of years. Some of these names might sound a little familiar to you. Roosevelt, Bush, Kennedy, Clinton, Rockefeller, DuPont, Lauder, Koch, Walton, Trump, Heinz, Malone, Murdoch, and dozens more. You know, the families who built monopolies during slavery, colonization, or the Gilded Age, invested in war, oil, chemicals, and banking, funded political candidates for generations, sat on corporate boards, Supreme Court benches, and Ivy League endowments. Oh, and they passed it all down through either bloodline or strategic marriage. So yeah, American inbreeding, that really did happen. And that shit still echoes. Because let's be real for a second. American elites absolutely married their cousins, nieces, extended family, all the way up to the early 20th century. Like, for example, Franklin and Eleanor Roosevelt were fifth cousins. Oh, and Eleanor was also Theodore's niece. So, and the Adams family, you know, John Adams, John Quincy Adams, they married deep into the Boston Brahmin class. Same families, same bloodlines. Oh, and the Bush family is tied to early New England aristocracy through Barbara Pierce, who was actually a relative of Franklin Pierce, you know, the president. So yeah, this kind of inbreeding, like literal inbreeding, was strategic. It was designed to protect wealth, land, and legacy. And they didn't give a shit about genetics, they cared about power. So yeah, they stopped the by blood inbreeding, but they didn't stop the class inbreeding. Because today, these families don't usually marry cousins, but the strategy hasn't really changed. Because now, instead, they marry other political dynasties, billionaire heirs, legacy media families, banking empires, and lobbyists and real estate empires. So yeah, same strategy, different font. Not about love. It's about maintaining capital control across generations. So yeah, let's just take a look at a few that are happening like right now. You've got Ivanka Trump and Jared Kushner, you know, the Trump-Kushner real estate dynasties. We got John Kerry and Teresa Heinz, the U.S. Secretary of State in a billion-dollar Heinz empire. We have Chelsea Clinton, who married a hedge fund manager with ties to Wall Street's elites. We have George W. Bush's family, who's deeply tied to oil and defense contracts going back to the Prescott Bush and even Nazi-era banks. We have RFK Jr., who continues the Kennedy legacy while appealing to both parties because he doesn't need a platform. He is the platform. And these families, they all still attend the same private schools. They still go to the same country clubs. They still sit on the same boards at the same hedge funds and universities. So yeah, they might not be related by blood anymore, but they're definitely bound by capital, and they don't let outsiders in. So yeah, how does Epstein tie into all this? Simple. He wasn't just a pedophile. He was a broker of access, a blackmail asset, and likely tied to intelligence operations. Oh, and his guest list? We have Bill Clinton, who flew on the jet 26 times. We have Donald Trump, who once called Epstein a terrific guy who likes him young. We have Leslie Wexner, the billionaire behind Victoria's Secret, who gave Epstein a mansion and power of attorney. We have Prince Andrew, who was accused of and settled. We have Bill Gates, who met with Epstein after his first conviction. We have Harvard and MIT professors who accepted donations and travel perks. And of course, we have lawyers, scientists, hedge fund managers, royalty, actors, and policy influencers. So yeah, the FBI admitted that they seized hard drives, photos, and videos. Multiple survivors say that they were filmed without their consent. Yet the files are sealed, no clients have been charged, and the names are still protected. So why can't this list come out? Because it would obliterate the illusion of sides. It wouldn't just take out Democrats, it wouldn't just take out Republicans, it would take out both. Because you know what it would show? That the same people who are debating on your TV screen every night are attending the same parties. That people on both sides of the aisle were flying to the same island. That these major CEOs, politicians, media heads, yeah, they're all intertwined together in a system that is built on silence, blackmail, and elite immunity. So yeah, they're not hiding the list to protect the victims or anything like that. They're hiding it to protect each other. Because if it does come out, it's gonna show that this red versus blue bullshit that we've been fed our whole lives is a lie. It'll show that the elites are not divided. It'll show that they're not fighting for us. It'll show that they fund both parties. It'll show that they marry each other. It'll show that they silence whistleblowers. And it will show that they, control the courts, the media, the schools, the banks, the nonprofits. Oh, and yes, even the investigations. So yeah, you were never voting for sides. You were voting for dynasties. Dynasties that traded real inbreeding for institutional inbreeding. And who still control who gets to rise, speak, or disappear. So yeah, it got me thinking that the real reason that they wouldn't let this list come out is not because it's gonna expose a few predators. It's that it would expose the entire network. The donors, the lobbyists, the dynasties, the bloodlines, the system. It would be irrefutable proof that there have never been sides. Not in our lifetime, not in our parents' lifetime, not even in our grandparents. Just, a ruling class, profiting off of our division, feeding off of our labor, and building their entire empire on our backs. They've been playing us, they've been profiting off of us, and protecting each other the entire time. Because if we ever wake up, like really wake up, and stop believing in this whole red versus blue thing, yeah, then everything that they spent centuries building crumbles. And they know that. Wake up, people. Time to wake up.